Hi, this is Lot 76 Cars. My name's Simon and welcome to the Mercedes-Benz Facebook group meeting at Brooklands. Some fantastic modern and classic Mercedes here, so let's take a walk around and see what we can find. First up's a lovely SL. I think that looks a C-plater, so that's probably what, an 86. This is actually a 500 SL, so they're all desirable, but this one's particularly desirable. So we jump several generations to get to the next car, which is also an SL, but a very new one, ignoring the cherished plate that's on there. That's a beautiful blue colour, isn't it? I do like that. Going a bit further on, we can see a C-Class. Looking at the plate, I guess that's a 2015. I'm not sure what that's an AMG. It's certainly got some modifications. I do like those wheels. Those wheels really suit it, don't they? That combination of the silver or polished rim and the black centres work far better than an all-black design, I think. That's a very attractive car. Let's go on a little bit further and we can see a CLS. Now this is the first generation CLS. Mercedes discontinued the CLS, you'll be aware, but this one with these sort of turbine blade type alloy wheels does look well. These cars are a really good value for money at the moment. We've got a later E Class estate, so Mercedes then returning to by far improved quality with this E Class. Now few people do coupes better than Mercedes, so you'll see a few examples here today. This being one of the first is E Class, and an earlier C Class coupe, and this is a particularly pretty car. So the W202, which followed the W201 190 like mine, doesn't always get the best of presses. But in actual fact, this one looks really nice. It's been lowered, and I do love those wheels, sort of based on the Mexican hat theme of the earlier wheels. It does work really well on that car. It certainly sits lower to the ground. I don't know if it's running air suspension or not. Maybe somebody will comment on that. But it's in superb order, it really is. Moving a little bit further on, again, another convertible. E-Class convertible, and represented here a car that's sort of disappeared from Mercedes' current range now is the SLK. Now this is one of the facelifted versions where they changed the grille. Doesn't that look nice? Now this SL looks like a total brute because it's a black series. Look at these wide arches. For instance, probably better to see it from this angle. That's some imposing vehicle, isn't it? Again, going past some more modern cars, and a 6.3 litre. Is that all? It's just 6.3 litres. Wow, that car's been fired up earlier and it sounds amazing. Now here's a car that I saw only yesterday at the Festival of the Unexceptional. It's made the trek along with my car. It's an ex-Jersey 2.6 litre automatic. Unusually this car, it's got the velour interior as well. It's in superb order. In actual fact, I called it Nautic in a previous video. It's nautical blue. It's a really pretty colour, isn't it? I do like the alloy wheels. Of course, Hobnut himself would be pleased with those wipers on the lights. Who wouldn't be? Yeah, I've seriously got 190E Envy, and as you can see here, it's the earlier car, pre-facelift car without the cladding and the exposed jacking points. Whatever, it's in absolutely brilliant order. Just going a little bit further, we can see another one, variation on theme. I've seen this one now. This is the lowest of the low. You can't get much lower to the ground than that. I think it's a 1.8 car from memory because I've seen it in the past. But H8 FUG is the meanest looking 190E you're going to see today probably. Less mean and more standard is my W201 190E. It's a 2 litre from 1990 that you'll have heard about before. I've recently managed to source a decent set of wheel caps. C Class Coupe, 6.3 litre. And here we've got a very nice W202. Let's have a look what that is. I think it's a sport trim. I can't remember the lineup. I think the lineup was something like Classic, Avantgarde, Sport, from memory. The black paint is in, it's a C231. It's black paint's in lovely, lovely order. That's such a difficult car to clean, but the owner's managed to do that, hasn't he? Now this, I think from memory, is a W126 S Class, and I think it's almondine red. It's a really pretty looking vehicle. You know, a lot specified in silver and black, but certainly very distinctive in this red colour. Running from 2000 to 2006 is this W203, and you can see the difference, the jump from the W202 that we've seen previously, and these trademark, I don't know, Porsche called them runny egg lights. I'm not sure whether we use the same designation they do on the Porsche 996, but this one's in lovely order, and again, these are quite accessible. You can imagine, I think in a C32 format or something like that, that would represent absolutely brilliant value for money. Great condition, that car as well. I do like that one as well, but I also like this gold W123 wagon, or is it S123? I can't remember. My God, this isn't good. It's a late car. This is on the cusp of the W124s, which were launched about sort of 85, 86 from memory. My word, it's in fantastic order. It's got the wipers on the lights. The condition of this car, it's got a factory metal sunroof, the roof rails, the load area, and it's got those separate seats in the back. Oh, I do like this. It's a 230, so I've driven one of these back in the day. It's got a reasonable amount of poke with it, certainly a bit more than the 200s had. Probably not considered fast, but it certainly is considered a very, very elegant looking and practical estate car, even today. I've said this so many times I've bored myself, but these CLK, and this one's a CLK 430 convertible, so I think that's the V8 from memory, pretty sure. They're just fantastic value for money, and unlike many of them, this one bodily is in absolutely fantastic order. That blue over blue hood over that sort of dark blue, navy blue body looks really good. It's a very pretty car. Turning next to it, a more modern E Class. This had the mid-life facelift where they went to the split headlamps at the front, and I think they did a good job with that, to be fair. And again, it's I don't know the colour off the top of my head, so forgive me for that one. A later, more contemporary SL, and SL, as you know, is obviously just going through another incarnation now. And an S Class. Another GLE, but again, this one's not going anywhere quietly, is it? It's a V8 bi-turbo. In fact, it's not going anywhere without noise. It's just worth starting it up and burning a bit of unleaded fuel just to see how it sounds. What a pretty car. Now, some would argue with these later cars, Mercedes is back on a roll. Certainly in terms of styling, they do look pretty good. Certainly to my eyes, I think they've recaptured some of that. From memory, I think this might be the W204 C Class. A later, quite an elegant looking in white. Oh, I do like those wheels. I'm not sure if they're standard. They've got Mercedes centre caps, but those wheels look really good on that E Class. Now, after the original A Class was launched, Mercedes persevered with 2 generations with that first car, but then went back in a different direction for a more conventional looking car with the previous generation A Class to the current car. Again, another more modern coupe. A later C Class. Obviously, this car's just been facelifted, but this is the more or less the current shape. A lovely V8 Kompressor SL. And again, these are cars, I mean, they are mechanically, there's some complications with them, if you like, in the sense that they're far more complex than earlier cars, but again, they're they're very pretty looking cars, and they've obviously got that same styling theme the W203 had with those headlamps. We've got there the, effectively I think that's called the GLE, originally the ML. If I ask nicely, maybe this one will go start one of this. This is, I can smell the detail in spray from here. It does smell good, and the car certainly looks good enough to eat as well. So owners here taking care of their cars, making sure to have them looking their best. Now this is a very special car at the end, because this colour of SL, and I'm racking my brains, I do know what it is, but this colour is very, very rare to see this colour. In fact, I've seen it in a picture, that's it. I saw one for sale recently, maybe this is the actual car. I'll try and work that one. C-Class Coupe. I'll put all the designations, correct model designations, on when I edit the videos, so forgive me if I don't talk through each of them at the time. Some I can remember, but some I can't, so sorry about that. V8 bi-turbo. If you want to move things about quickly, that's the way to do it. Next, another SL. That's a nice looking car, V8 compressor. Oh, smells nice and warm in there. Look at the preparation on that engine bay. Wow, that's really, really good. Various generations of C-Class here. And then R129 SL. These, I do like these, I must confess. Okay, I put my hands up, it is a favourite of mine. I think these are in good value. I think this Bruno Sacco design, I think it was one of the later designs that he did, but I just think it looks right from that generation. As indeed does this, it's not a W124, it's a C124. I'm not sure whether the designation for the Cabriolet was different. I think it's got slightly lowered suspension, but not too much. That colour, again, I'm racking my brains on the colour. I know it's a particularly rare one, and it will probably come back to me later, so I'm going to add that to the video as well. So apologies for that one, I'm forgetting everything today. Again, almost back where we started now. Again, a good way of moving things quickly would be this 6.3 litre E Class. I do like these. I like the way they sound, I like the way they look, and they're so understated. I think Mercedes-Benz did a fantastic job with the latest A Class, particularly the frontal styling. This sort of sharp nose styling works really well. I think the saloon version of this works particularly well, and I think it's a very pretty car. And we're just getting through, this is a later A35 AMG. That's not a slow car, is it? Probably got at least 300 brake horsepower to play with there. And the Estate and Cabriolet. So a couple of late arrivals here, a CLK convertible. These look better and better every time I see them. And the CLK Avantgarde Coupe, which is a pretty car. In fact, they're both very pretty cars, aren't they? That's a nice lineup there. Going back here, not making too dizzy with camera, an R129 SL. Lovely R129 SL there. Very pretty car. Very helpfully, the hood is down on this one. We've got that light grey interior. My God, that leather is in good condition, isn't it? That hasn't had much use of it. It hasn't cracked with age, has it? Now, here's the daddy, probably. I think this is the CL. And this is an extremely, extremely expensive piece of kit as a brand new car. If you want to make an entrance, I'm not sure whether it's a 600 or not, but this is probably the car to do it with. What a huge amount of car you've got here for the money. Absolutely amazing looking car. So thanks for joining me on Lot 76 Cars for this Mercedes-Benz Facebook group at Brooklands. Some brilliant turnout of cars compared to some events I've been to more recently. A mix of modern and classic Mercedes. Some cars I've not seen for a while, some cars I've seen recently. Some colour and variations. I'm going to add some titles onto the video just to add in some details and make the video more interesting. So please like, share, subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you liked it, and hopefully you'll join me on the next one. If you click on notifications, you'll know when they are. Thanks for watching.